Hi, I'm Jordan, and today we're going to learn how to make a paper dodecahedron. That's a really long word, but what it actually means is a 12-sided figure. This is what we'll be making today, and it will be this size. It looks really cool, it looks complicated, but all that's really required is some tracing, some cutting, and then putting some paper together. It doesn't require glue, it doesn't even really require folding anything. When you've mastered this basic model, you can make dodecahedrons in any different size. So this is a slightly smaller one that I made, and I'll be showing you how to put it on a string if you want to hang it as an ornament, hang it from the ceiling. You can also make very small ones in different colors. You can even use different kinds of paper. This dodecahedron is made from pictures from an old animal encyclopedia so that I could do animal portraits in this paper ball. So let's get started. To do this craft, you'll need 12 pieces of paper, a pattern like this, scissors, pencil, paper clips, usually about 30, and if you want to put it up with string, you'll need needle and thread. So let's get started. You'll take your pattern and you will cut it out. This is the pattern all cut out. You'll see that I've cut around it, but I've also cut into it as well. So just cut on all of the solid lines. Take your cutout, put it on each piece of paper, and trace around it. After you've traced your pattern, you just need to cut it out. After you have traced and cut out all the pieces of paper, you should have 12 total. We're going to start assembling it. Now, the reason we're using paper clips, and quite a lot of them, is that as you assemble, it has a tendency to want to fall apart. So the paper clips are just going to help you keep it together. Now that we have all 12 of our pieces of paper cut out, we're going to start fitting the pieces of paper together to create the 12-sided ball. So start with 2 pieces of paper. You see they both have these little flappies. Well, we're going to fit those flaps together. Slide them in like this, and then use a paper clip to hold them together, because otherwise it has a tendency to collapse. And this is how we're going to build the basic shape. Now take the next one. You're going to put these 2 flaps together, paper clip, and then these 2 flaps together, and paper clip. And we've already started to create a 3-dimensional shape. Just continue on to build the first layer. Again, you can see it's starting to close, but this first layer, because there are 5 petals to each flower, is going to have 5 flowers, one attached to each of those petals. And we're about to add the last one on the first layer. And then I'm going to take this last flap and the flap from the first flower and fit them together like that. And now we've made the first level of this flower. We're going to make another one, and it's going to start to come up this way and then put one more flower on top. So now it's going to attach in 2 different places. Just pick any of the flaps and start attaching them. We have now reached the top, and you can see we have 5 little flaps that need a home. So we're going to put the last one on by just slotting it together with each one of those flaps. Okay, it's all put together, and the only thing left to do now, if we want to leave it as it is and not hang it up, is just to remove the paper clips. Ta-da! It's all finished. Now you have a really cool looking 12-sided ball. If you would like to hang yours up, that is fairly simple too. Just take one of the pieces off of your ball and set the ball to the side here. And you're just going to use needle and thread to attach a little hangy string. So you want to make sure you're doing this on the right side because it does depend. So make sure looking at your ball that you know which way is facing down. So in this one, this side is up, this side is down. So I'm just going to thread a needle. Unfortunately, these are really big, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with it. And to make sure that it doesn't slip out of the hole, we're going to attach it to a paper clip. Just going to tie a knot around the paper clip, and that's what's going to stop it from coming out of the hole and letting it fall down. It doesn't have to be neat or pretty because no one's ever going to see it. right, now that that's done, make sure that's at the end. And then you're just going to, from the bottom, puncture a hole right in the middle with your needle. And pull it through. And if it doesn't come in quite correctly, you can pull it back and, as I'm going to do, and move where the knot is just a little bit. And you may be able to knot yours a little bit closer to your paper clip than I did, and you won't have to worry about it. All right, now that it's in there, we just need to get the needle off. So I'm going to cut it off and then just tie these two ends together to make a loop. All right, so now that we've got this loopy thread, we're just going to reattach it to the rest of the paper ball by sliding those little flappies together. And we're done. You've got a really cool paper flower dodecahedron that you can hang from anywhere that you like. Thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoy your crafting.